Today on the channel, we return to Third Eternia with Lion-O, Lord of the Thundercats, from Masters of the Universe X Thundercats, on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I Got It Figured back with another Masters of the Universe Origins crossover review. This time, we've got Lion-O, Lord of the Thundercats. Obviously, I did the review for Mum-Ra the other day, and I was very taken with that figure. And I knew I was going to have to get a Lion-O at the very least to go along with Mum-Ra or Skell-Ra, whichever one you choose to go with. And so, Lion-O seems to be the one that's kind of easy to get. If you go to Walmart or whatever, he's still around. You can grab him. I haven't seen Battle Cat Man or Chitara or even the second wave with like Tigran and Panther. They seem to have all dried up pretty quick. But Lion-O, being the opposite number of Mum-Ra, is really all I require to have. If I can get the other ones, I probably will. But for now, these two kind of make a set for me. So we're gonna get into it. Get into Lion-O's packaging, get him out, mess around with him, and of course turn him into the classic Thundercats version. So let's get into it. You got your Masters of the Universe Thundercats crossover packaging, which we sort of went over with Mum-Ra, but this being the standard card back, that's what you're kind of going to see. On the back, of course, you got the packaging with some nice artwork. Your character summary reads, Lion-O, Lord of the Thundercats, battles back the ancient forces of evil from Third Earth to Third Eternia. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool concept. I really like the idea of this one. And of course, you've got your cross sell. Shows a little bit of a feature for Lion-O. You can put the sword on his back and everything. Includes a comic book this time. I certainly will want to be reading that. So with your cross sell, you've got Lion-O, Lord of the Thundercats, Chitara, fastest feline in the universe, and Battle Cat Man, the most powerful cat in the universe. So there's your look at the packaging. We're going to get Lion-O out and check him out. All right, so we got Lion-O out of the package with all of his accessories, his extra parts that you can use to turn him into classic Third Earth Lion-O in a sense. And Lion-O's looking pretty cool in his Masters of the Universe style outfit. Um, you know, these guys, I just like how they did it, where they made these guys, you can play with them with your He-Man guys, but you can also change them into regular Thundercats. And I really do feel like that's a value-added approach because there are no, like, regularly priced Thundercats toys on the market. So, like, to get your Thundercats toys, you want a full set of Thundercats, you can buy these and you're good. But, looking at Lion-O as he is, of course, he's got kind of his claw shield. They changed it a little bit, but that's okay. He's got like the armor, which seems like Eternia. It gives me the vibes of Eternia. He's got a bangle and the usual cloth, loin cloth type kind of deal. And he's as posable as any other Origins figure. So you get some, nice range and do some cool poses with him. And that's definitely kind of what you want to do. So we'll go ahead and give him his Sword of Omens. A little bit of Thundercats Ho action there. So yeah, I'm pretty cool, pretty happy with this. But of course, we've got to have him with old Scale Raw. So there you go. And Scale Raw is much, much larger. Lion-O is about the same size as an actual regular Origins figure. That's kind of cool. Scale Raw, much larger. So we're going to change Lion-O into, well, Lion-O. Be right back. All right, so we've got Lion-O changed into classic Lion-O. And it's a little bit more involved even than Scale Raw to Mum Raw. You don't have to do all that much for Mum Raw, but for Lion-O, you don't have to necessarily take everything off of him, but you can almost take him completely apart. You have to take his legs apart to take the feet and put the boots on, and remove all the other stuff. The claw shield, of course, is an extra hand, but you can stick it on his belt, as you can see there. And yeah, it's like classic Lion-O. And so you're gonna have classic Lion-O. You gotta have classic Mum Raw. And of course, Mum Raw isn't any smaller than Lion-O. He's not any shorter than Scale Raw, but it works. That's how it's supposed to be. Mum Raw is like kind of a massive, muscular dude. I guess my only regret at this point is that they don't have like Mummy Mum Raw. But there you go. There's a look at Lion-O with Mum Raw. I think they look great. I'm pretty happy. And we're gonna move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Mattel Masters of the Universe X Thundercats Lion-O. Hey, I think he's great. I think they've done a really good job with these guys, giving you some Thundercats, posable. You can take them apart even. I really like it. I like the idea of the crossover, and I like the figures that they produced to do it. Again, Mum Raw is like my favorite character from Thundercats. So if you're gonna have him, you gotta at least have Lion-O to go along with it. And so now I do. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 9 out of 10. I think they're pretty cool, and maybe we can find He-Man. Maybe we can find Tigra, Panthro, and even Chitara. We'll see what happens. I kind of would like to have a full set of Thundercats. So we'll see. That's going to do it for this one. Till next time, everybody stay safe. Happy collecting. See you on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.